Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Dave Bondi. Joined now is cool dog right there, and Stacy. Tell me a little bit about who's next to you.
So this is actually Bubbles the blind beagle, and he is the reason for our organization.
Okay, so your organization, really quick before we get into it, what is your organization?
Well, we are a nonprofit organization, and we actually started with the intention of doing bullying prevention and inclusion of those with disabilities. And we accidentally became a beagle rescue and a rescue for dogs with disabilities.
Oh, how have you grown? You said you have. How big are you now?
We are, our growth has been absolutely substantial over the past year and a half. I am a one man show. I do most of this myself. I'm tired and I'm tired often. So we actually went from just taking in 6 dogs before May of 2023. And after that, we're now at 60. So,
Wow.
yep.
So you take donations, volunteers. You can people help?
We do. We actually do have one volunteer. Unfortunately, she is a snowbird, so she is gone until April. So we are always looking for volunteers, people who are comfortable to be around the dogs and comfortable for the things that dogs produce for us. So we do have that. We do take donations. Donations can be made www.bubblestheblindbeagle.org. We do have links to that. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of fake Venmo accounts created to look like ours
Oh, that's
to
wrong.
to steal our donations. We actually made this discovery about 2 weeks ago. So we do recommend that you go to the website and follow the links that are on there.
Wow. Okay. Recently, you had people help you out. I'll put it on your screen. I saw this on here. Johnstone Supply and Bigfoot Pro Services, they helped you out. What happened with them and how did you find these people?
I used to work for an electrician. It was my full-time job. I used to do accounting. And in the electrician's office, we actually shared a building with a heating and cooling company. And one of the heating and cooling employees at the time was a gentleman by the name of Kevin. And we actually became really good friends. And we stayed in contact with each other. And he's actually followed everything that I've done since day one. When I got Bubbles, when I started this, and he knew that one of my long-term goals was to get a mini split into the kennel so that there was climate control. Last winter was a learning curve for us because it was our first winter. We had some struggles. We learned what to do, what not to do, what works and doesn't work. And one of my goals became I'm going to get a mini split one of these days. Once I'm eligible for grants and funding and everything, I'm going to make it happen. With the cold streak that we just had recently with the negative 23s, 25s, Kevin actually now works for Johnstone Supply down in Detroit.
Yep.
And he reached out to his vendors and the mini split was donated and he reached out to Bigfoot and Bigfoot actually donated the installation. So everything was completely taken care of from beginning to end.
That's amazing. So good, all good people around Johnstone, Bigfoot. So they took care of you. And how much does that help? How much does that needed?
You know, it is absolutely 100% amazing because the only way for me to heat the kennel before this was for me to manually go out there and to run the heat. So every 3 hours, especially in that bitter cold, setting an alarm for every 3 hours, going out there, checking the temperature, making sure to supply heat to them, making sure that they were comfortable. I will openly say the first day that the mini split was in operation, I went out there the next morning and all 16 dogs looked at me like, lady, what are you doing here? We're sleeping. Like we just completely had a good night of uninterrupted sleep and you're ruining it for us.
Wow. So goes to show there are good people, good companies, good business owners out there.
They are absolutely amazing from beginning to end. The installers were great. Both of the guys came out here. Kevin came out here and finally got to meet. I call them the kennel kids. That's what I call my rescue dogs. He finally got to come out and meet all the kennel kids and hear their stories. And Jeff from Bigfoot actually came out here and got to meet some too. I actually had to check Kevin before he left to make sure he didn't accidentally take one home with him because he did fall in love with a couple of them. They are absolutely amazing dogs. They're just misunderstood.
Cool. And like I said, I promote, Bigfoot Pro Services because they're really good people. I don't usually work with companies that aren't good quality people. And it seems like both these companies, they're good, just good people.
All around, I actually have been following Bigfoot for a little bit now, just based off of recommendations. And once you see the good heart behind these people and the way that they are willing to help their community and just follow their page and look at some of their Facebook posts, these are phenomenal people, absolutely phenomenal people. And the way that they're even willing to help out the dogs, a lot of dogs are overlooked. A lot of rescues are overlooked, especially the little people like myself. So to have something big like this happen for us was an absolute blessing.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, and once again, how can people, what is the website again?
The website is bubblestheblindbeagle.org, and that's where you can actually find information about our bullying prevention program that we do. We do offer that to the schools free of charge. We're actually coming up on National Reading Month in March, and I actually like to take Bubbles to the school as a guest reader, and we read to kids all throughout the state of Michigan. It's one of our favorite things to do. And you can find information about our dogs that we have in our care, as well as ways to donate.
Thank you so much.